In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. He then created Adam, the first human, from clay. God molded Adam with his own hands, breathing life into him. With this divine breath, Adam became a living soul, unique and special among all of God's creations. God wanted the best for Adam. He created a beautiful garden called Eden, a paradise filled with delicious fruits and flowing rivers. This garden would be Adam's home, a place of peace and abundance. God, in his infinite wisdom, knew that Adam would be lonely. So he created Eve from Adam's rib, a companion and partner to share in the wonders of Eden. Together, Adam and Eve were to enjoy the bounties of paradise and live in harmony with all of creation. Their existence in the Garden of Eden was one of pure bliss. They lived in perfect harmony with nature, their hearts free from sin and their minds at peace. Adam and Eve lived in perfect harmony within the Garden of Eden. Lush trees provided shade from the sun, and crystal-clear rivers flowed with sweet water. Animals roamed freely, living peacefully alongside Adam and Eve. Laughter and joy filled their days as they explored their beautiful home. God granted Adam and Eve the freedom to enjoy all the fruits of the garden except for one. He forbade them from approaching a specific tree, warning them that eating its fruit would have dire consequences. This prohibition served as a test of their obedience and their trust in God's wisdom. Despite the abundance surrounding them, this single restriction weighed heavily on their hearts. It represented a boundary, a line they were not to cross, highlighting the importance of obedience to their Creator. God gave Adam and Eve a simple yet crucial command. They could partake in the abundance of the garden, enjoying all the fruits and delights it offered except for one. This forbidden tree, God warned, held a power that could jeopardize their innocence and their place in paradise. This command was not a restriction out of cruelty. Instead, it was a test of their free will and their willingness to obey their Creator. By following God's command, they demonstrated their trust in His plan and acknowledged His authority as their Creator. Their obedience would be a testament to their love and gratitude for the paradise they were gifted. It was a reminder that despite the freedom they enjoyed, they were still subject to God's will. Unbeknownst to Adam and Eve, a cunning and envious entity lurked in the shadows. Satan, jealous of the favor God bestowed upon Adam and Eve, sought to deceive them and lead them astray. He whispered doubts into their hearts, questioning God's motives. "Did God truly forbid you from eating all the fruits?" Satan cunningly asked, planting seeds of doubt. He knows that if you eat from this tree, you will become like him, possessing knowledge and power. His words were sweet poison, designed to tempt them with promises of forbidden knowledge and equality with God. Adam and Eve, their hearts swayed by Satan's deception and enticed by the promise of greater understanding, succumbed to temptation. They ate from the forbidden tree, breaking the single command God had given them. At that moment, their innocence shattered, and they became aware of their nakedness, feeling a sense of shame they had never known before. The moment Adam and Eve tasted the forbidden fruit, a profound change swept over them. Their eyes were opened, and the blissful ignorance of their previous state vanished. The realization of their nakedness brought forth a sense of shame, and they frantically tried to cover themselves with leaves from the garden. Fear and guilt replaced their previous joy and contentment. They heard God's voice in the garden, but instead of greeting him with open hearts, they hid in fear. The intimate connection they shared with their Creator was now clouded by their disobedience. Their transgression had consequences that extended beyond their own beings. The harmony of the garden was disrupted, and the animals, once their companions, seemed to shrink away. The consequences of their actions rippled through paradise, a stark reminder of the weight of their disobedience. God, in his infinite justice and mercy, confronted Adam and Eve about their disobedience. He explained the gravity of their actions and the consequences that followed. No longer could they remain in the Garden of Eden, a paradise created for their innocence and obedience. With heavy hearts, they were banished from paradise. The gates of the garden closed behind them, signifying their separation from the life they had known. The world outside Eden was unfamiliar and harsh, a stark contrast to the comfort and abundance they had left behind. This exile was not a punishment meant to break them, but an opportunity for growth and redemption. It marked the beginning of their journey in the physical world, a world where they would face challenges and hardships, but also discover the true meaning of faith and repentance. Overwhelmed with remorse and the weight of their actions, Adam and Eve turned to God in genuine repentance. They acknowledged their sin, recognizing that they had erred and strayed from the path He had set before them. With sincere hearts, they begged for His forgiveness, seeking His guidance and mercy. God, in His boundless compassion and mercy, heard their pleas. He accepted their repentance and bestowed upon them His forgiveness. He revealed to them that this life would be a test, a journey filled with challenges and temptations. But He also promised that He would never abandon them, guiding them through revelation and offering them a path back to His grace. This act of divine mercy highlighted a crucial lesson, that God is forgiving and compassionate towards those who seek His forgiveness with sincere hearts. It emphasized that even in the face of our mistakes, there is always a way back to Him through repentance and seeking His guidance. Adam's story did not end with his expulsion from the Garden of Eden. He was chosen by God to be the first prophet, entrusted with the responsibility of guiding humanity towards righteousness. God revealed His divine message to Adam, teaching him the importance of faith, worship, and living a moral life. Adam, humbled by his experiences and carrying the weight of his past mistakes, dedicated his life to fulfilling this sacred duty. He shared God's message with his children, teaching them the importance of prayer, kindness, and living in harmony with each other and with creation. He preached about the consequences of straying from God's path and the importance of seeking His forgiveness. His life became a testament to the power of repentance and the boundless mercy of God. The story of Adam and Eve holds profound lessons for all of humanity. It teaches us about the importance of faith, the significance of moral conduct, and the consequences of our choices. It underscores the concept of free will and the responsibility that comes with it. God granted Adam and Eve free will, the ability to choose between right and wrong. Their story serves as a reminder that we too have the freedom to make choices, but we must be mindful of the consequences that come with them. It highlights the importance of resisting temptation, seeking guidance from God, and striving to live a life that is pleasing to Him. By learning from Adam and Eve's experience, we can navigate the challenges of this world with greater awareness and make choices that lead us closer to God. Adam's legacy extends far beyond his role as the first human and the first prophet. He is considered the father of humanity, the ancestor from whom all humans descend. His story is a reminder of our shared origin, our inherent connection to God, and the importance of living a life guided by faith and moral principles. Despite his transgression, Adam's sincere repentance and dedication to God's message serve as a beacon of hope for all. It teaches us that we are not defined by our mistakes, but by our willingness to learn from them, seek forgiveness, and strive to live a righteous life. The story of Adam and Eve is a timeless reminder of the enduring power of faith, repentance, and God's infinite mercy. It is a story that continues to resonate across cultures and generations, offering guidance and wisdom for navigating the complexities of life and fulfilling our purpose as God's creation.